This is lesson 1.67, subtracting mixed fractions. To subtract fractions, the steps remain the same even for mixed numbers. You would first convert any mixed numbers into improper fractions. Find the common denominators of the fractions. If they don't have common denominators, you use the crisscross method. You then would subtract the numerators, convert the improper fractions to mixed numbers, and then finally reduce. I'm just going to do 2 problems with you in this lesson, and then you could do the rest for practice, but do see your instructor if you need more help. So let's look at problem number 1. First, we need to convert those mixed fractions into improper fractions. So let's recall from this lesson, how do we convert a mixed number to an improper? If it's a mixed number, you have to mix it up, and I like to draw my little arrow spinning around the mixed fraction to remind me of the operations. What do you do from the denominator to the whole number? Which operation is that? It's multiplication. And then from the whole number to the numerator, you have to add. So let's do this. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 more is 33. What number goes on bottom? You always go back to the beginning. So you use the same denominator of 5. Minus, and change the other mixed number into an improper fraction. So we mix it up. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. 4 over, what number do you write on bottom? 3. So we completed step 1, look at step 2. Find your common denominators. 5 and 3 are not common, or not the same, so we do have to use our crisscross method here. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 33 is 99. And then multiply your denominators together. 5 times 3 is 15. So we completed step 2. You're ready for step 3 now. Subtract your numerators. You have 99 minus 20. 79. All over the 15. The denominator of the fraction stays the same. Alright, we're ready for step 4. Convert the improper fraction to a mixed number. 79 over 15. Is that improper? It is, because it is top heavy. The top number is bigger than the bottom number. So if it's top heavy, you have to put the top in the box, remember? So 79 divided by 15. Now we might have to do a little bit of estimating here. How many times can 15 go into 79? I would start with just a little bit of estimating. I know that if I double 15, that's about 30. Well, 79 is about 80. So I'm guessing 1, 2, maybe 4 times. So this is just a guess, and I'm going to try it, and I'll show you how you can tell if it's not high enough or not, or if it's too high. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6, is 60. And then we subtract. And you get 19. Well, look at that remainder, 19. Remember, your remainder can never be bigger than the number you're dividing by. So 4 does not work. It's not a big enough number. So I need to increase number. This is the thing with long division. It may take you, oops, sorry, I was supposed to erase that. It may take you a couple of times to pick the right number. So let's just increase it by 1 and try 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry your 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. And then subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4. There we go. Now we have a remainder that's smaller than the number you divided by. So the 5 works. The 5 is the whole number of your mixed number. But what do we do with the remainder? Do you remember? After you put the top in the box, you have to cat in the hat. So the remainder becomes the hat of your fraction. The number that you divided by is your denominator. So 4/15. So we completed step 4 and you're ready for the final step 5. Ask yourself, is the 4 over 15, is that reduced all the way? The only way you can tell if it's reduced all the way is if the greatest common factor from 4 and 15, if the only greatest common factor is 1. Well, we can write the factors of 4. 4 divided by 1 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and there's no numbers between 2 and 2, so those are all the factors of 4. Factors of 15 are 1 and 15, and 3 and 5. So you can see that the greatest common factor of 4 and 15 is just 1. That means that our fraction does not reduce. It's already in its lowest terms. So that's your final answer. Alright, just one more example problem for you. We need to start over with our steps. Step 1, convert your mixed numbers to improper, so we have to mix it up. 2 times 6 is 12, plus one more is 13, all over 2. Minus, mix this fraction up, 10 times 3 is 30, plus 2 more is 32, all over 10. So we're ready to find common denominators. To find common denominators, we can crisscross. 2 times 32 is 64. 10 times 13. Remember the trick about multiplying by 10? You can just write down the number that you're multiplying it by and then put a 0 on the end, so 130. Then multiply your denominators. Again, we have 2 times the number 10, so we write down the 2 and just put a 0 on it. It's 20. Found common denominators. Now let's subtract our numerators. We're taking 130 and minus 64. I'm going to do it up here. 130 minus 64. I can't take away 4 from 0, so I need to borrow from the 3, and that makes it a 2. Carry the 1. 10 minus 4 is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6, so it's 66 over 20. The denominator stays the same. Alright. Step 4, convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. Is that an improper fraction? Yep, because the numerator is larger than the denominator. It's top heavy. So what do? We put the top in the box. Divide by 20. How many times can 20 go into 66? Well, I know 2 goes into 6 3 times, so I'm guessing 20 goes into 66 about 3 times. Sorry about that. So 3 times 20 is 60, and then you subtract. 66 minus 60 has a remainder of 6. That 6 becomes the hat of your fraction. 6 over 20. Final step, we need to reduce the fraction. Let me find a spot to do this in. Erase some up here. Okay, we need to find the greatest common factor of 6 and 20. The factors of 6. 6 divided by 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Am I done? Yes. How come? Because there's no numbers between 2 and 3. So that's how I know I have all my factors. Let's try 20. 20 divided by 1 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is, well, what's half of 20? 10. Can you take 20 divided by 3? No. How about divided by 4? Yes, 5, because 4 times 5 is 20. And because there's no numbers between 4 and 5, we're done. Alright, look for the greatest common factor. Should have said 2. That means the 6 over 20 reduces to 3/10. Your final answer then, don't forget that whole number, is 3 and 3/10. Alright, good luck on the rest of those.